Chosen one, what you are hearing in this very moment is far more than another motivational message. This is a divine summons, a spiritual call directly from the throne of God. You were not meant to stumble into this by chance. You were marked, known, and positioned for this precise moment long before you even knew it. The struggles you have faced, the nights of silent tears, the hidden burdens, the financial droughts, and the disappointments that seem to overshadow your life, none of it has gone unnoticed. Every whispered doubt, every glance that judged you as less, every time you were overlooked or underestimated, has been cataloged in heaven's perfect timing. This is confirmation that God has seen it all, and He is about to move on your behalf. You have cried quietly while watching others flourish. You have endured hidden debts, the weight of obligations, and the frustration of unmet expectations. Yet, this was never the end. This was preparation. God is releasing a new flow, a divine overflow that will surpass anything your mind has imagined. Isaiah 43:19 declares, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" This is not a distant hope. The blessings are already in motion. Your name is written on them, but to receive fully, your heart, your mind, and your spirit must align with this divine current. The overflow cannot be received in halves. It requires your full agreement, your readiness, and your active participation. Understand this. The mockery, the judgment, and the rejection you endured were never punishments. They were the preparation of your spirit. God has been refining you through the fire of these experiences. Every trial was a step towards strength. Every moment of loneliness was shaping endurance, and every ounce of hidden pain was teaching wisdom. Deuteronomy 28:12 assures you that the Lord will open the storehouses of heaven to bless all the work of your hands. Your struggles were not signs of failure, they were the blueprint of elevation. Now is the time to recognize that the season of waiting has ended. Heaven is calling you to step into what you were created for: abundance, favor, and divine promotion. This introduction is your invitation to embrace the fullness of your inheritance, to align with God's timing, and to prepare to act boldly. The divine flow is ready. Will you rise and receive it? The waiting season is officially over, chosen one. No longer will delay, doubt, or scarcity define your story. The time of scraping by, of wondering when your moment would arrive, has ended. You are stepping into divine abundance, and it is yours, not by chance, not by luck, but by the inheritance God has ordained for you. For too long, you watched others ascend while you remained in the shadows, feeling the weight of struggle. Yet every tear, every moment of isolation, every quiet prayer lifted in secret has been shaping you for this precise moment. 1 Peter 5:10 reminds us, "After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you." Those words are not mere promises, they are declarations of what is already unfolding in your life. This is the moment to take your first step into action. Carry this message, not just in your ears, but in your heart, in your spirit, and in your daily choices. Let it be your sacred charge, a call to rise and embrace your purpose fully. Type Amen in the comments as a sign of your readiness, a bold proclamation that you are no longer content to watch from the sidelines. This is your public acknowledgement that you are prepared to walk into the abundance and favor that have been promised to you. It is a declaration of faith, a recognition that you are ready to operate in alignment with heaven's timing. Every setback, every period of waiting, every trial you endured was never wasted. It was preparation. The financial droughts, the hidden burdens, the moments of loneliness, they were all refining tools. They strengthened your character, sharpened your discernment, and expanded your capacity to receive. You are no longer the person who started this journey. You are now equipped to carry the blessings without being overwhelmed, to steward wealth with wisdom, and to step boldly into your God-given assignment. Understand this: Divine inheritance doesn't come quietly. It requires readiness, intentionality, and courage. The wait has taught you patience. Now, it calls you to action. The heavens are responding, and your readiness is the key that unlocks the door. Step forward confidently, chosen one. Your elevation is no longer in the future, it begins now. Your trials were never meant to break you, they were meant to refine you. Every financial burden, every setback, every moment when the world seemed to turn its back on you was not punishment, it was preparation. God's hand was never absent, even when you could not perceive it. Just as fire purifies gold, the challenges you faced were shaping your character, your resilience, and your capacity to carry the blessing that now approaches. This is the season where the smoke of your past struggles transforms into the light of your elevation. You were never meant to remain small, nor to watch life from the sidelines. The universe was quietly orchestrating a divine blueprint for your rise. Consider Joseph, betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely imprisoned, yet every step of injustice was a step closer to the palace. What seemed like rejection was actually redirection. What looked like failure was part of the preparation. Just as Joseph was being trained to steward the abundance of Egypt, so too have you been trained to steward the blessings now coming your way. Your hardships were not wasted. They were the curriculum for the school of elevation. Each trial carved wisdom into your heart, humility into your spirit, and strength into your resolve. God is not merely restoring what was lost, He is multiplying it. Isaiah 61:7 promises, "Instead of your shame you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance." The divine restoration ahead is not simply about reclaiming what was taken. It is about overflowing abundance, repair of what was broken, and elevation that exceeds expectation. Your financial breakthrough is intertwined with spiritual maturity and personal transformation. The setbacks that once felt like burdens are now revealed as the tools that built endurance, discernment, and capacity. Let this truth settle deeply within you. The very struggles you feared would define you have, in fact, prepared you to shine. Your refinement has been intentional, meticulous, and divine. The world may have seen your difficulties as limitation, but God has seen them as the shaping of greatness. Every trial was an invisible hand molding you into someone strong enough to carry the blessing without it shattering your spirit. Step forward with confidence, for the fire you walked through has made you ready. And now the promise of restoration and double honor is yours to claim. As you step into this season of divine elevation, it is not enough to merely wait or hope for change. Action aligned with faith is now required. Alignment is the bridge between preparation and manifestation. God equips you with practical tools, simple, physical symbols that carry profound spiritual weight to declare your readiness and activate breakthrough in your life. A clean sheet of paper, for instance, becomes far more than paper when touched by faith. When you write the number 111 upon it, you are signaling to heaven that your heart, mind, and spirit are in agreement with the flow of divine abundance. This is not superstition. This is spiritual alignment. Every time you touch it, every time you look upon it, it reminds you, and reminds heaven, that you are ready to receive what has been promised. Similarly, a silver coin, seemingly ordinary to the human eye, becomes a prophetic object in your hands. It is a tangible reminder of trust, a signal that you are walking in the readiness required to steward wealth, favor, and blessing. Just as God used a shepherd's staff in Moses' hand, a stone in David's sling, and 5 loaves in the hands of a child, He still uses small, ordinary things to accomplish extraordinary purposes. These acts, simple as they may seem, are forms of spiritual warfare. They transform belief into action, intention into manifestation, and readiness into reception. Habakkuk 2:2 declares, "Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it." When you make your vision tangible, when you give it form through declaration, you are activating the heavens to move on your behalf. Small acts of obedience, whether writing, praying, or holding a symbolic object in faith, are not passive gestures. They are powerful declarations that bridge the unseen spiritual realities with the tangible world. Each moment of intentional alignment strengthens your capacity to carry the blessing that is now ready to flow. Understand this: the breakthrough you seek is not waiting on the world's timing or permission. It is waiting on your alignment, your faith put into motion, and your willingness to step into what has already been promised. Your obedience, however small it seems, is the key that opens the floodgates. Heaven is responding. Your journey was never just about surviving. It was about preparing you to receive, steward, and demonstrate the overflow that now begins to manifest in every area of your life. Now that the foundations of faith and alignment have been laid, it is time to recognize the profound importance of readiness and capacity. The breakthrough you are about to experience requires more than desire. It demands spiritual maturity, resilience, and the capacity to carry what God is releasing. Every trial, every setback, every quiet moment of endurance has been part of a divine curriculum designed to expand your ability to hold glory without it overwhelming you. The suffering you endured was never wasted. It was training for the weight of what is coming. Your hands, heart, and spirit are being prepared to steward abundance with wisdom, humility, and faith. Hebrews 11:3 reminds us that by faith we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. Faith transforms the unseen into reality, and your readiness becomes the mirror through which God's favor is reflected. The unseen provision, the blessings, and the overflow that you have longed for are already in motion. Your faith activates them. This is why readiness matters. It is the spiritual key that unlocks what heaven has been orchestrating on your behalf. Psalm 113:7-8 reinforces this principle. The Lord lifts the poor from the dust and seats them with princes, giving them honor and favor. Your elevation is not by coincidence or human effort. It is the divine confirmation that you have passed the test. Every moment you endured while others thrived in the world was not oversight, it was preparation. Now, as you rise, your capacity meets the call, and your faith is equipped to carry what was previously beyond reach. Your readiness is reflected in your actions, your heart, and your declaration. It is why the simple gestures of obedience, the clean paper, the silver coin, the alignment of your spirit matter so profoundly. They are not magic. They are mirrors. They reflect your faith back to heaven and say, I am ready now. And when you are ready, the flow of abundance cannot be delayed. The doors that were closed by doubt and delay will swing open. The favor that was withheld by timing and preparation will now be poured into your life, fully, abundantly, and without reservation. Understand this. Your readiness, cultivated through suffering, faith, and alignment, is what enables you to carry the blessing with integrity. Heaven does not just release gifts into unprepared hands. It releases abundance into those who have been trained, refined, and confirmed. Your story is no longer about survival. It is about capacity, readiness, and the manifestation of God's glory through your life. The flow has begun, and your preparedness ensures you will hold it without faltering. As your readiness aligns with God's timing, it is now time to recognize the visible evidence of divine favor in your life. Transformation is not only internal, it manifests outwardly, capturing the attention of those around you. The very people who once doubted, minimized, or dismissed, you will begin to notice a change that cannot be ignored. This shift is not about pride or boasting. It is the natural reflection of God's hand at work. Your rise, born from perseverance and faith, becomes a testimony that speaks louder than words. Every setback, every whispered judgment, and every moment of rejection is now a foundation for the honor and respect that surrounds you. Psalm 23:5 declares, You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. This overflow is not simply financial, it is spiritual, emotional, and relational. It is a demonstration that God's favor is active, visible, and undeniable. Psalm 126:1 reminds us, "When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed." Just as Zion's restoration inspired hope and awe, your elevation will act as a mirror for others, proving that divine timing and faithful endurance never go unnoticed. What was once private, the tears, the silent prayers, the hidden acts of obedience, is now becoming a public witness. The very people who misunderstood you, judged your worth by temporary circumstances, or overlooked your potential, will now become witnesses to your divine transformation. Their astonishment is not the reward. It is confirmation that God's favor has always been with you. Your life, your story, and your breakthrough are prophetic statements, evidence that heaven actively intervenes in the lives of those it has chosen. Rejection, ridicule, and misunderstanding were never indicators of failure. They were the refining fires, shaping you to carry blessing with integrity and humility. Now, as the favor of God rests visibly upon you, you will notice doors opening effortlessly, respect being extended naturally, and admiration following authenticity. Your success will not only bless you but awaken others, providing proof that perseverance, faith, and alignment with God's purpose can overcome every obstacle. This is the season where divine favor moves like a spotlight, illuminating the strength, wisdom, and faith cultivated in every trial. Your life has become a living testimony, a declaration that God sees, God rewards, and God honors those who remain steadfast. It is not merely success, it is recognition of divine elevation, visible for all to witness, and undeniable evidence that you were always chosen. As the evidence of divine favor begins to manifest in your life, it is crucial to understand that the breakthrough you are experiencing comes with responsibility. This is a season not only of receiving but of stewardship, aligning every aspect of your daily life with the promises God has spoken over you. Your words, actions, and intentions must mirror the abundance that heaven is releasing. Speak boldly over yourself, declaring life, provision, and prosperity. Speak abundance into your finances, your relationships, and your future. What you say shapes your world. The tongue holds the power to open doors or close them. Your declarations are not empty words, they are spiritual keys that unlock the flow of blessings. Honor what you already have, no matter how small it may seem. Organize your finances, give thanks for every resource, and treat your possessions with respect. Gratitude opens channels for overflow. Ingratitude blocks what is already on the way. In parallel, release every shred of resentment, bitterness, or jealousy that lingers in your heart. Letting go is not weakness, it is wisdom. Holding on to past offenses limits your capacity to carry the blessings that God is entrusting to you. Integrity in your relationships and interactions ensures that favor is sustained and multiplies. Generosity and humility are the natural companions of divine favor. Share openly, give willingly, and act with a heart that acknowledges God as the source of every provision. Your wealth and influence are not just for personal gain, they are tools for expansion, blessing others, and amplifying God's kingdom. Each act of kindness, each moment of sacrificial giving, sends ripples into heaven, aligning you further with His purposes. Finally, pray daily for guidance and wisdom in stewardship. Ask God to show you where to give, how to manage, and how to walk with discernment. The Lord equips those He elevates, ensuring that your breakthrough does not become a burden, but a platform for growth, impact, and testimony. By aligning your life with intention, practicing gratitude, releasing the past, and walking in generosity, you demonstrate that you are not only ready to receive but to steward the abundant blessings that God has chosen for you. As you continue stepping into your breakthrough, understand that this season is not merely about personal gain. It is a prophetic declaration, a visible testimony of God's faithfulness. Your rise is meant to reflect His glory, demonstrating that perseverance, faith, and steadfast trust are never overlooked by heaven. Every step you take, every challenge you have overcome, and every moment you stood firm in faith is now a part of a larger story. A story that the world will witness, and more importantly, one that will inspire those still walking through shadows. The manifestation of your blessings is both evidence of God's favor and a beacon for others to see the tangible results of obedience, humility, and alignment with His purposes. Your success is not for self-glorification. It communicates faith in action, the power of perseverance, and the reality of divine provision. The world may have measured you by your struggles, your bank account, or the limitations others placed upon you, but now your life tells a different story. Your story speaks louder than any word could, testifying that the God who saw you in the quiet moments of doubt and despair is the same God who elevates you to fullness, not just of wealth, but of wisdom, influence, and spiritual maturity. With this elevation comes responsibility. Your life becomes a living example for those who are still waiting, struggling, or overlooked. Walk with humility, generosity, and integrity, showing others how to steward favor without arrogance. Let your interactions reflect grace, your decisions reflect discernment, and your words reflect faith. Seek God daily for guidance, asking Him to illuminate the purpose behind each blessing and to direct your actions in alignment with His will. Remember, your impact extends far beyond material provision. Every act of obedience, every prayerful choice, and every demonstration of faith sets a pattern for others to follow. As you carry this new authority, may your life become a classroom of hope, a map for those navigating trials, and a testimony that divine favor is real, accessible, and transformative. By embracing this calling, you step fully into your role as both recipient and steward, showing the world that what God has prepared cannot be contained. It flows through those who are willing to align their hearts, minds, and actions with His divine purpose. As we approach this moment of sacred alignment, chosen one, understand that the words you hear and the faith you carry are not simply for inspiration. They are a spiritual activation. Today, we pause to acknowledge the hand of God guiding every step of your journey, every tear you've shed, and every silent prayer whispered in moments of uncertainty. Begin by expressing gratitude for His unwavering presence, for the awakening that stirs within your spirit, and for the divine guidance that has orchestrated your path toward abundance. Recognize that nothing in your life has been wasted. Even trials, setbacks, and moments of doubt have been instruments shaping you into a vessel capable of receiving and stewarding the blessings already in motion. Lord, we come before you, seeking healing and restoration for the wounds carried from years of struggle, shame, and misunderstanding. Align our hearts, minds, and spirits so that every action and decision flows in harmony with your will. As your word declares in Psalm 75:6-7, for promotion comes neither from the east, nor the west, nor the south. But God is the judge. He puts down one and sets up another. Let this divine truth affirm our elevation, reminding us that every door opening, every opportunity unfolding, and every increase we experience is a reflection of your perfect plan. And as Jeremiah 29:11 assures, your intentions are for our prosperity, a future filled with hope and fulfillment. Father, grant us wisdom to steward the wealth, opportunities, and influence entrusted to us. May integrity guide our steps, and humility temper every triumph. Teach us to use our blessings not for self-glory, but to honor your name, to lift others, and to manifest your goodness in every sphere of life. Let generosity flow naturally from hearts aligned with you, and let discernment guard our decisions, ensuring that every resource is used purposefully. Today, we declare that our abundance will not separate us from others, but will become a channel of provision and encouragement. Every dollar, every opportunity, and every success is pledged to glorify your name. May our lives stand as living testimony that those who walk in obedience and alignment with heaven's purposes carry not only favor, but also responsibility. Chosen one, Receive this prayer as a seal upon your journey, a commissioning to rise in power, faith, and integrity, stepping boldly into the divine assignments that await you. Amen. As we draw this divine message to a close, chosen one, recognize that hearing is only the beginning. Transformation requires participation, alignment, and bold declaration. Every step you take today, every word you speak over your life, and every action you commit to is an invitation for heaven to move on your behalf. Now is the moment to affirm your readiness, to solidify your agreement with what God is doing in your life. Type in the comments, "Amen, I receive it." Let this be more than a gesture. It is a public declaration of your faith, a spiritual alignment that signals to heaven that you are no longer passive in waiting but active in claiming your inheritance. This simple yet powerful act invites others to witness, to join in faith, and to be encouraged by your obedience and courage. Understand, chosen one, that you are not alone in this journey. There is a community of believers, watchers, and fellow travelers who are quietly hoping that your breakthrough confirms their own faith. By participating and engaging, you become a beacon of inspiration. Your "Amen, I receive it" is a declaration that ripples beyond your own life. It reinforces the truth that God's promises are reliable, that His timing is perfect, and that His favor rests upon those who remain steadfast. It is your testimony in real time, a public marker of obedience and belief. I also encourage you to subscribe to this channel so that you remain anchored in continuous encouragement, revelation, and practical guidance. Let this community become your spiritual fuel, a place where words align with action and faith translates into measurable breakthrough. Remember, the words, teachings, and prayers shared here are designed to equip you to walk confidently in your purpose, to steward every blessing wisely, and to rise with integrity, generosity, and wisdom. As you move forward, carry this affirmation in your spirit. You are chosen, prepared, and ready. The seasons of struggle, waiting, and testing have not been wasted. They have been your training ground. Now, with the alignment of your heart, mind, and actions, you are poised to step fully into impact, influence, and divine favor. Your rise will be unmistakable, your faith undeniable, and your life a testimony to the power of obedience. Stand boldly, declare loudly, and live confidently, chosen one, for the best chapters of your story are unfolding right now.